Good morning, everyone. It is the seventh day of Christmas, and it is New Year's Eve. And we are, I'm sure, looking forward to bidding adieu to 2020 and welcoming in 2021. I said the last couple of days that I was going to talk a bit about the church and the evolving of the church in pandemic and post-pandemic times over the next few days, and I'll pick that up again. But today, given that it's New Year's Eve, I thought I would talk a little bit about resolutions. I'm a big one for making them, and I'm a big one for breaking them. Although every year I get a little bit better about being more realistic. One of the resolutions that I make every year and I work on and I'm getting better at is the resolution about my prayer time with God and being present to Christ in my life. I think that we need to be aware of Christ everywhere we are. It has been really easy for folks in the world and on social media and everywhere to ask things like, where has God been in 2020? Because for a lot of people, it seems that he has been absent. And the truth is that God has been absolutely present in all aspects of this year. God has been present in the mourning of those who have lost loved ones, for those who are waking up in the morning wondering where their rent is going to come from because their job as a waitress has been lost because restaurants are closed. God has been present in the births of babies and the number of births that will be because of things like lockdowns and people being able to spend quality time together. God has been absolutely present in all of this. Christ is present. The Holy Spirit is working. And if we can shift our mindset from 2020 having been such an awful year to recognizing that 2020 has been a year of great resilience. A lot of people have discovered that they have strength they didn't know they had. They have resources that they didn't know they had. And also we have learned where we need to build our resources, where we need to work better and harder and more intentionally to help other people. And I think that bodes well for 2021. We have the opportunity to move forward knowing that we have learned lessons and that we are not out of this pandemic. This is going to take a while, and we won't be post-pandemic probably for years, really, by the time we think about all of the recoveries that need to be made, not just in health, but in our economy, in our relationships, in our politics. And so we've got a lot of work to do ahead of us. But I think that 2020 has given us a good groundwork for knowing that we can do this. As hard as it is and we don't want to, we can handle this. I think also that 2021 allows us the opportunity to say to ourselves, to say to one another, where is our strength? Where are we going to move forward to from where we've been in 2020? If it can't get much lower than this, we can only go up. Well, I think one of our strengths is in recognizing that we need God. We need God. We need Jesus Christ. We need the Holy Spirit in our lives. There's no question. So I will make my resolutions, and tonight before I go to bed after the apple drops or whatever it is that we will do tonight to watch, to sort of ring in the new year and say some prayers for what has been and some hopeful anticipatory prayers for what will be. I will pray that I will be more attentive to God's presence in my life, that I will be more open to sharing the good news of Jesus Christ and quicker to turn to the Holy Spirit for guidance. And I hope that you will too. I believe that we can make this a good year. I believe that God is calling us to do something new. When I was 13, going into grade 8, the summer between grade 7 and 8, we took a trip out west. We went to the Calgary Stampede and went out to Vancouver. And on the way there in the motorhome, I did a lot of reading. And one of the reading books I read was a good book for an almost 13-year-old called The Year of the Clara, about a young lady in high school who really wanted to make her year different. She wanted to be a cheerleader and do well in school and have the best boyfriend and all those things. I thought that would be a brilliant idea. So on my birthday, I determined that I was going to make grade 8 the year of the Rachael. I might have started with all the wrong reasons and all of the wrong intentions, but it really did work. I paid attention to what I was doing in school because it was important to me to do well in school. For the first time, I really focused on doing homework and paying attention and studying. And I had a phenomenal year in grade 8 that set me up well for high school and then 2 degrees in university. I paid more attention to my friends and the people around me, and I listened to them, and I had more fun with them because I realized it wasn't all about me. I made my grade 8 year the year of the Rachael, and I had a good time, and I did well, and I learned things about myself that I didn't know before. It was very narcissistic, but I was 13. I've been thinking about that book lately and that year of the Rachael, and thinking, what if we were to make this year, 2021, the year that we really live up to what Christ is calling us to in our lives, both in our lives as the churches of St. Thomas, Wainwright, and St. Mary's Edgerton, in our lives as individuals and as Christians, in our lives for our families, and in our communities. What if we, wherever we are, were to really focus on God and pray to Jesus and listen for the prompting of the Holy Spirit to make 2021 something even more unimagined that we could ever believe. We believe in a God who can do more than we can ask or imagine. God does more in our lives than we could ask or imagine. And believe me, I have a wild imagination. I can imagine a lot. So if God can do more in our lives than we could ask or imagine, what could 2021 bring? Or better yet, what could we bring for God through Christ with the Holy Spirit? What could we bring into 2021 that would change the world? What could our worship look like? What could our prayers look like? What could our outreach look like? If we said that 2021 was going to be the year of Christ, if we really focused and made this a year of prayer and study and intention to really bring the good news of Jesus Christ to our own lives, to our families, to our communities, to our churches, to everyone we meet. So if you're thinking about resolutions this year as you head toward midnight of the longest year of our lives, I invite you to make that resolution. Choose Christ. Choose to worship God. Choose to listen for the Holy Spirit. Choose to take time each day to say good morning to Jesus and welcome the day, and to follow the path that God has chosen for you. Let us learn the lessons that we have learned from 2020, and let us place our trust in God for 2021 and enjoy the world that God has prepared for us. Have a wonderful day. Happy New Year, everyone. Please stay safe, stay home, celebrate in your own little bubbles. If you have to go out, wear a mask, and I will see you in the new year. God bless.